Hello special team, how are you doing? How has the year been going for you so far? Has school resumed in your house yet? I'm guessing it has. For us here in Hong Kong, my children resumed on the 2nd day of January. But after 2 weeks of schooling, all schools have taken a break for the Chinese Lunar New Year celebrations. Anyway, in today's video, I will show you a couple of things that I did in the past week, that's the 2nd week of January 2023. And if school has resumed in your area, then you'd probably need to make some snacks for your children's recess at school. So I will also be showing you bread recipe and donut recipe as well. Bread and donuts are my go-to snack, to make for my children. There are a couple of other things you can make, like meat pie. I also have a video about that. How to make your meat pie. You can check that out. Click the link in the more section to see other recipes as well. Alright, to start, my sister celebrated her birthday this January. As part of the celebrations, I also braided her hair for her. Here in Hong Kong, it's extremely hard to find people who braid African hairstyles, and even when you do find them, the cost is expensive and they don't braid the hair to my liking, honestly. So I braid my children's hair and my own hair by myself. Now, whenever there are 2 or more of my sisters, we would always go into our comedy mode, chatting and making fun of each other. That's why you see us laughing so hard in the video. Let me show you the hair. Look at it. This is the finished look. It looks great, right? Yeah, I'm really happy that I was able to do that for her. Now, one of my goals for the year is also to show up not just for my family but for myself as well. So I have started taking walks. We have this beautiful trail owned by the estate where we live, but I have not always been consistent at using it. I am trying my best to take good advantage of it these days. This natural scenery just clears my head and allows me to talk to God in such a calm, interactive way. There's a fish pond on the way too. Can you see that? Look at the fish, very beautiful. The beach is also close by. This experience is so mentally enhancing and emotionally calming. It makes me wonder why I have not always been doing this. Anyway, if you have not subscribed to my channel, by the way, don't be like that in this year, okay? Come on, just like and subscribe the video, okay? Thank you. Let's read the memory verse for the week. Hebrews chapter 12 verse 14. Pursue peace with all people and holiness, without which no one will see the Lord. I don't think I need to explain that. May the Holy Spirit give you understanding. Alright, back home, we're going to start with the bread. I will include the list of ingredients in the more section, so do click on there to see them. To begin, scoop 1 tablespoon of sugar into 2.5 cups of warm milk. Add 1 tablespoon of active dried yeast and mix together. Cover and set it aside to bloom. Next, we are going to put 7 cups of bread flour into our mixing bowl. I am using a stand mixer, but you can do this by hand. It will only take you longer. Adjust the ingredients to your preference. Now to the flour, add 4 tablespoons of sugar. That means we are using 5 tablespoons of sugar in total. Also add half tablespoon of salt. For a unique flavor, I am adding a sprinkle of ground nutmeg. You can skip this if you want. Mix everything together. Beat 2 eggs and add to the powdered mix. Add 1 tablespoon of olive oil. I love this. The nutmeg and the olive oil enhance the taste of the bread. Now, bring the yeast and milk mixture that you set aside and add them. The yeast should foam on the top of the milk, showing that it has bloomed. We are going to start our mixer from the lowest speed first and then progress as the ingredients combine. While the dough is being mixed, I will fold my kitchen towels. They've been washed and disinfected. Please check out my video on how to disinfect your kitchen towels. The link will be in the more section, or you can click the card on top of your screen to watch the video. After 5 to 6 minutes of mixing, I will stop the mixer and add 80 grams of butter to the dough and continue mixing for the next 8 to 10 minutes. After 10 minutes, the dough is ready. I will stop the mixer and take it out. This is a new mixer that I got as a Christmas gift, so I am still pampering it. I will wipe it off lightly so the dough doesn't stick to its body. I will be using it shortly again for mixing the doughnut dough. Oil a bowl, try to roll the dough into a fine smooth ball like I'm doing and transfer it to the bowl. Now this is going to be a really soft and fluffy bread, which is why our dough is really this soft. Okay, you don't want a stiff dough. I'm using another bowl because I will be using this mixing bowl for the doughnut. So if you are making only bread, you can simply leave it in the mixing bowl. Cover the bowl with a cling film and a towel and set aside for 1 hour or till the dough doubles in size. Now, while the dough is proofing, I will proceed with doughnuts. In the same mixing bowl, I will add 5 cups of bread flour. I am reusing the bowl because bread and doughnuts are practically the same thing. Add 6 tablespoons of sugar, half tablespoon of ground nutmeg, half tablespoon of salt to a sieve and sift into the flour. Now you want to sift the ground nutmeg because you don't want to get crumbly texture from the dough. To 1.5 cups of warm milk, add half tablespoon of active dried yeast. Mix it and cover it to bloom. To 50 grams of melted butter, add 1 teaspoon of oil vanilla. Add 1 egg to the butter as well. Mix your powdered mixture and add all the wet ingredients. Start your mixer from the lowest speed as usual and increase after a few minutes. While that is going on, I will clean up. Now, in my last video, I talked about cleaning up as we go. That is such a healthy practice to adopt in the new year, my dear. So let's try it. I will also go ahead and grease my bread pans. So after 12 to 15 minutes of mixing, I will take out the dough and pack my stand mixer. Drizzle a little oil in the bowl, cover it and set it aside.
Like a bird on a tree, I'm just sitting here.
After 1 hour, the bread dough that we previously set aside is ready. Sprinkle some flour and puff out the air with your fist. So my mom was on video call with my sister and she was just hailing me and my cooking, I absolutely love it when she does that, when she just hypes me up. She's one of my biggest cheerleaders, apart from my husband.
Forever free.
Anyway, this is the time to divide your dough into the shapes you want to achieve. You may follow what you see me doing here, or you can just experiment and come up with your own stuff. Perfection is not the goal here, consistency is.
Sometimes you need to go and take a step back to see the truth around you. From a distance you can tell. You and me were meant to be in the great outdoors, forever free. You and me meant to be in the great outdoors, forever free.
So I had enough dough for my 3 pans. After putting them in the pans, I will set them aside to rise a little more and brush them with egg wash before baking in the oven for 25 minutes at 180 degrees Celsius. My oven is small, so I baked them in 2 batches. While the bread is baking, let's move on to the donuts. Take out your double dough. If you're not sure about how long you need to proof your dough, just allow it to double in size. You can see that there are some air bubbles in my dough. I'm going to rectify this by rolling the dough out with a rolling pin. As you do this, you will hear the bubbles go poof. After rolling the dough out, use a dough cutter to cut out your preferred shapes of donuts. I use the donut cutter for a classic donut shape and a round dough cutter for round donuts. Set them aside in a tray to rise for another 15 to 20 minutes. Meanwhile, our first bread rolls are ready, so I take them out and put the other 2 rectangular bread pans to bake as well. Always remember to give the breads an egg wash before putting them in the oven. It helps to give them that shiny golden brown finish on top. Let's see the bread. See how fluffy and soft it looks. It is also exceptionally yummy. What are you still waiting for to start baking your own snacks for your family? Now for the donuts, heat some oil over low medium heat in a deep and large frying pan. When it heats up, add the donuts and fry until they are golden brown. It shouldn't take more than 2 to 3 minutes once the oil is hot enough. It shouldn't be too hot, else the donuts will burn on the outside and still be uncooked inside. Repeat the same process for all other batches of donuts. After frying the donuts while they are still somewhat hot, dip some of them in white sugar to get sugar donuts and melt some chocolate over boiling water for chocolate glazed donuts. Now, I tried to do the strawberry glazed ones, but the strawberry chocolate was not as runny as the brown one, so I just did only one. I ended up like coating only one with the strawberry chocolate. Next time, I think I will add some melted butter to achieve a thinner texture.
Like a bird on a tree, I'm just sitting here. I got time, it's clear to see. From up here, the world seems small. We can sit together.
The other breads are ready as well. Check them out. Aren't they gorgeous?
We meant to be in the great outdoors, forever free. Sometimes you need to go.
I made some cafe style frappe to eat my donuts with. I mean, the only problem with the frappe is that there was no foam.
Found you. From a distance you can tell.
Thanks a lot, special team, for watching to the end. Let me know what you are going to try making by yourself in the first month of 2023. Now, guys, January is almost over. Stop thinking about it and just give it a try. God bless you. You're welcome. Finish.